Hi everybody, this is your instructor for Humanities 300, Rebecca McCarthy, and I am here to introduce Unit 7, which is on happiness. Now happiness is a very funky term, isn't it? I mean, we use it all the time, and we use it offhandedly, and we use it extremely casually, but how many of us have bothered to sit down and actually define what we mean when we say happiness? I am happy. I am feeling happiness in my life. My end goal of life is to be happy. What does it mean? How do we achieve happiness? And how does it relate, for us Americans, to this so-called American dream, a mythological ideal that is very, very much rooted not only in the Declaration of Independence, i.e. the pursuit of happiness, right, but also in the rhetoric that we hear from politicians. This past election, a lot of politicians were playing on the fact that many of us are very decidedly not happy. And so they were trying to suggest that by voting for them, we should find happiness. So I'm thinking a little bit about the philosopher Aristotle, because Aristotle suggested to us this, that happiness is the end result of what we want in life. But how we receive that, or we get that end result, is through the good life. The good life. Now here's a term that is, or an idea, phraseology, that is just as confounding, generalized, and subjective as happiness is. What constitutes the good life? And what constitutes the good life in relationship to, for example, the American dream? Now, if we suggest that the American dream is indeed being married, having a house with the picket fence, 2.5 children, 3-digit income, health insurance, then we are defining both happiness, or the good life, and the American dream via physical possessions, right? But then some of us may look at that and go, no, physical possessions don't give me happiness. And they'll say, no, I see happiness as a state of being, a spirituality. Well, then the good life and how we achieve happiness is going to be much different than it is buying a new car in order to gain the American dream. So happiness, the good life, how we achieve these ends are very convoluted and difficult subjects to really examine, not only for ourselves, but as a society as a whole. So this week, of course, I'm going to ask you to do just that. I'm going to ask you to sit down, figure out what happiness means to you, not only to divine it, but to understand it from a moral point of view. Is it through possessions? Is it through spirituality? And how does it reflect and anchor back to this whole idea of the American dream? So we have one discussion post this week, but we also have a project that's due on Tuesday night at 12 p.m., right before, of course, it turns to Wednesday. And you'll want to make sure to read the project guidelines very carefully, because you're going to be using your definition of happiness and some of the work you're doing in the project for your final project, the time capsule. All right. And the last piece of information is seminar. We have a seminar this week at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I really hope you join me. I'd be happy if you join me. It'd make me very, very happy if you join me, and we will have happiness fun together. That's all I got to say about that. So have a great week. I'll see you on the boards, and be happy. Bye.